Hey there, this is Gavin from the Midtown Comics podcast. I'm here, and it is Batman Day, Batman's 77th birthday. We're here in a lovely crime alley, the birthplace of Batman. All these people are lined up because we have a signing with Frank Miller, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, and Tom King. We're going to talk to some of them. Let's get to it. All right, we're here, as I mentioned, Crime Alley, and we're with Dante on this hallowed 77th birthday of Batman, and he doesn't look a day over 55. What is your favorite Batman memory? How did you get into Batman?
Probably at Bird in '89.
Really? So the movies have had a huge influence.
I was 12, and that was the first time I saw Batman, and I was like, Batman's so awesome. And after that, I bought all the books and read everything I could. And
Well, Frank Miller is here, and he's really one of the main inspirations for Burton's version of Batman. Do you have a favorite Miller book?
I would have to say Dark Knight Returns #1.
So you're wearing a Suicide Squad shirt, and there's plenty of Batman representation there. Who's your favorite villain?
Clayface.
Clayface. Why? That's a great answer, but why?
Because he could be anyone he wanted to be. He could just literally be you. As you walk down the street, and no one would know. You're like, wait, is that Kevin? No, that's somebody else.
Well, we talked a little bit earlier, and I just wanted to thank you for doing the interview, and Midtown Comics wanted to thank you, so we actually have a small gift for you. Here is a signed copy of Dark Knight 3: The Master Race, signed by Greg Capullo.
Thank you, Jerry, Gall, Rob, everybody. Thank you so much.
No problem. So Batman's been around for 77 years. What is your favorite version of Batman?
Oh man, I think it would have to be Snyder and Capullo's Batman, because I got into comics just as the New 52 was starting, and it was interesting. I was telling these guys on the line that I started them in freshman year of high school, and then it ended like senior year of high school. So it was like, it like really grew up with me, and like I've been following those guys forever, and it just like means so much to me, you know?
So Batman's basically your Dawson's Creek. Is what you're,
Basically, yeah.
It's the first time he's ever been compared to that. I just want to know. And since you're a Snyder Capullo guy, and I'm sure you're happy they're here, you must really love Capullo's art. Like, what is it about the way Greg Capullo draws Batman that gets you?
You know, it's interesting because like somebody else, I'm quoting somebody else, but like they kind of describe Capullo as like, it's kind of like a realistic version of the animated series art style. And like it just look really, like it really pops and everything, and like it's hard to. I'm not really much of an art person, but I'm just like, it just looks nice. It looks really nice and very poppy, and like it looks like a comic book. It looks like a really, yeah.
As you mentioned, you're totally into Greg Capullo. We have Greg Capullo's signature on Dark Knight 3 #1. So hopefully you enjoy that, and thank you so much for your time, man.
Thanks so much. Take care.
We've been mentioning Batman's been around for 77 years. What's your favorite version of Batman?
I'd probably say The Dark Knight Returns, or maybe Year One, you know, because they whenever he was challenged, or even Nightfall, whenever he was challenged in such a way that you actually got to see the definitive version of the character, and you know how he reacted when he was under like extreme duress, and when he was pushed to the limit.
So what was your very first introduction to Batman?
I grew up in the early '90s, so for me it was Nightfall, you know, and seeing him get his back broken when he was in a wheelchair, and you saw this guy was the world's greatest detective, have to actually use his wits about him and learn how to do things without having to exert physical prowess.
So since we have Frank Miller, Greg Capullo, Scott Snyder, Tom King here, what is your favorite Batman? Do you have a favorite Batman run from the history, and do you have any favorites from those four gentlemen?
For Frank Miller, obviously The Dark Knight Returns in Year One. What Snyder and Capullo have been doing the last couple of years have been amazing. That roped me back into the Batman books, and I had actually given up comics in the early 2000s. So for me to come back after that long, I mean, it tells you just how remarkable Snyder and Capullo's work has been, and I like what Snyder's doing since Rebirth.
So here we have a copy of Rebirth #1, signed by Jeff Johns.
Oh my God, I couldn't make that signing. I didn't win the raffle for it. He's one of my favorite writers, you know.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy you got that.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for interviewing us. And have a very happy Batman Day. So that wraps up our Batman Day signing here at Midtown Comics. Special thanks to Frank Miller, Greg Capullo, Scott Snyder, and Tom King. You can buy all of our comics online at midtowncomics.com. You can check out our videos at Midtown Comics TV. And also make sure you listen to the Midtown Comics podcast, which you can find on iTunes, Stitcher, or anywhere else you get comics. And I think I should probably get going. Midtown hosts are usually a superstitious and cowardly lot. Bye!